So good evening everybody, this is Pete W here. I've had a lot of alcohol, so I'm in a very happy mood right now. And I had to turn my volume down now. I just heard my voice and I'm like, I cringe over my voice. So yep, we are good to go. We are now loading up. Thank you so much, Edin, for sending me that link. Ed, yes, let's go, mate, let's go. Thank you so much for sending me that link, mate. I do really appreciate it. I think I'm going to put in the suggestions box. It'd be good to have an admin from each PS and Xbox just for these issues. It's something I've noticed a few times this week. So we're at Miami today. This is going to be fun. It's going to be, as always, a short quali with a 50% race. So 18 minutes. We've got 16 drivers on the grid today, which is fantastic. Miami. I love Miami. It's one of my most favourite tracks. Already, wow, 5 people tuning in. This is amazing. Thanks so much, guys. I must admit, I love the support of this league. Like, the views I get here are just incredible. So, guys, thank you so much. My question is going to be, who is going to stop Lethal Strike? 3 wins out of 3. The outright championship leader. Who is going to stop him? I mean, names bring it to mind. Gags, Smartcar. Who else? Edin. So glad to see Edin back in the league. I know you're reserving Edin, but I'm so happy to have you back racing tonight. Really was excited when I heard that you're going to be racing tonight. Even thumbs it up in the chat. So, can anyone stop Lethal Strike taking his 4th consecutive win here in the Late Breakers Club? I really hope so. We've got some good drivers in. We've got some good drivers in tonight, as well as Eddie Dust being a good driver. I'm really praying for no safety cars, guys. I really am. I know people are saying it's a narrow track, but you know, clean driving, wheel-to-wheel battling, it's possible. It is possible. So we will see. We've got right. So we've got Decay, who's going to go for his final lap first, followed by Max the Rat, who I do believe is new to the league. And if he was born in 09, then that makes me feel really odd because he's 15, 16. And I'm 38. So let's see. But we have now got Decay about to start his fast lap. Now, we've got a lot of drivers out the pits already, which is suggests to me, are we going to have rain later on in this qualifying session? I hope not. We will see. Who's the next driver? We've got a Ferrari coming across the line, and is that JP? It is our league owner, JP. It's Simon as well. 4 drivers on their hot lap right now. Hoping Simon doesn't get caught between those two, what look like Mercedes. Yep, Mercedes drivers of Eddie and Smart Cup. Very regular here. And we've got sector 1, 33.52. Didn't catch Max's lap, but I think he's up on Decay. This is my favourite part of the section because this is part of the lap. I don't feel like you need to hot lap it. You can medium it or even none it and then recoup for that long straight in sector 3, which is more than crucial. So Decay, it looks like Max the Rat is closing up on it. Oh, Max taking a chunk out of his front wing there. But this part, he's only got one real turn to deal with. The question is I think Max is going to get provisional pole here over Decay. He's had a really good slipstream, and Decay's only used 70% of his battery. Smart? I don't think so. It's there to be used for wow, we're already probably used at 22%. So 22.4 for Decay. Max has pitted. So Simon now coming across the line. We've got a Ferrari of JP and Simon. Wow, 127.698 from the Red Bull. That's a second up on Decay. 2 seconds up nearly on JP as Edin goes provisional pole. We're on 27.443 now. Who's next? I want to sit on board with some of the Alpines. We've got 2 Alpines. Where is Gags? That would be Gags. So I believe this might be a reserve driver filling in for Slipstream. It's Christy. I'm going to call you Christy. So let's sit on board with Christy in the Alpine. Go Alpine. We all know I'm an Alpine fan. Is he pitting? It looks like so. So Gags, where's Gags going to come out? Is this going to be a provisional pole? Top 2, top 3? Slayer Hart, 3rd, 128.268. That's that. Pole for Gags so far, 126.873. We've got Joey on lap in the Haas. Now he's on the medium tyres. So I think he's kind of doing this as a banker set and wanting to leave a fresh set for the race on softs, because the softs do last well here. If you're not running too much pressure, the softs do run well here. .102.378 from the Haas driver. Also, thank you for your comments in the chat, Joey. Is much appreciated. And coming around the last corners, what is this? I think it's going to be about 4th. As Eddie goes 2nd with a 127.287, 127.802 for Joey on the mediums though. I don't know what else to set it up on the mediums thus far. So we've got Chopman on a fast lap. He's about to come through the last few corners. What can the Red Bull driver do here? It's going to be 9th with 128.480. Only what, 57,000? No, 47,000 behind. Oh wow! And there was a stationary Williams there. That is not a surprise. That was completely stationary there from Hijab, and Hijab has got a 5-place grid penalty for that collision. It did look like that was, yeah, no, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's now disqualified where he's just idling. But right, where are we? Have we got any drivers who are? We got Hijab on the outlet. We got Max on the outlet. We got Lethal Strike. We've got our championship leader. Oh, locks up into turn 1. That's going to cost him some time there. What can the Aston Martin driver, our championship leader, our outright championship leader, having won every single race here in the Late Breakers Club? What can he achieve today? And we're at 20. No, sorry, it's the other part of the corner. 30.611. Apparently not provisional pole. Gags 126.873. Currently provisional pole here. This is a this is a warm-up lap for Lethal. He might be on a hot lap, but he's not treating it as a hot lap. So I'm imagining, nope, Hijab has still got his full front wing, which is surprising. But he will face a 5-place grid penalty. So even if he qualifies 11th, he's going to start 16th. So let's set on board with Max. He's about to start his fast lap in the Kicksarber. I don't think Lethal Strike is going to be putting in a competitive lap, but let's see what he does, even without using his hot lap. He has just activated it, and he's about to go for a lap. What does he do here? This is definitely going to be dead last. Yep, okay, so let's get on board with Max. Hijab has pitted, so from Maxerat, he's coming around hot on the hills, getting past that Alpine. Who is that? That is going to be. Is there only one Alpine today? There is. No, there's 2 Alpines, and that was Christine that he passed. So, what is this looking like for Maxerat? Coming through the end of Sector 2 and a 102.396. Purple Sector 2. What can the Kickstarter driver produce here? Can he pip out Gags for a provisional pole? We've also got Edin on a fast lap. We'll tune in with Edin just as soon as Max finishes this lap. Edin currently sitting in 3rd. Where is Max going to be after these few corners? And it's not going to be provisional pole. It is going to be 5th. Edin is pitting. Joey is has improved. He's up to 4th on those mediums. On those 3-lap old mediums, he has improved to 4th. Simon should have Lethal Strike on the lap. He's got 2nd with a 1:27.042. No, that's good. And surprised. Has Lethal Strike got competition here at Miami? I hope so. I really hope so. It would be great to see a championship which is not dominated by one driver. So let's see. Sorry guys, just bringing up comments. Edit, it has been so far so good. You're doing great, mate. 4th, can't argue. We've got Joey, he's not on a fast lap. Max is not on a fast lap. No, okay. Decay is on a fast lap. Let's sit on board with Decay. Locking up into the final penultimate turn even, and he's got his teammate right behind him who would have used for a slipstream. What can he do here? 1:27.924, good enough for no. Smartica, he is in sector 1, JP sector 1 as well. So it's Smartica and JP just ahead of Smartica. What can the Ferrari driver produce? I think this is not a fast lap, so let's sit on board with Smartica, who is nearly her 10th up in sector 1 now, and he's found about half a second here to be on board with Decay to pace it very strong here at Miami. Simon has got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Decay. Simon currently sitting in 7th. I don't know what's happened there. Simon is in the Red Bull. Decay looks like he's out around. He's moving in. Good. We've also got the Williams to jab on a fast lap, as well as Ben Hardy in the other Aston Martin. What is Martin going to produce here? Coming down the long straight. Still got a decent amount of hot lap. And what is this going to be for the Mercedes driver? Is it going to be improvement? Slight improvement. So we've got hijab. No, we've got Ben Hardy, who is purple sector 2 with 1:02.045. Could this be a 1-3 for Aston Martin? 6 minutes here left to qualifying. He has used up his ERS deployments. Slightly too early, but has he used it in the right positions? We will find out. Is this going to be a provisional pole for the Aston Martin driver, Ben Hardy? 5th, 1:27.470. We've got hijab on a lap as well. 1:05.466. He is not hot lapping it, so this is a warm-up lap for the driver. We've got, who have we got on a lap? We've got Trotman. Nope, we've not. So it goes down, Decays down. Slayer Hart is up. No, he is not. Ben Hardy, is he on the lap? I don't think so. He's just set one. Eddie has gone in second with 1:27 flat. We've got Gags on the lap. Is he going to improve? Is he going to improve on his provisional pole? No, he's not. He's going to invalidate. So Eddie, nearly over a quarter of a second up through sector 1. Wow. This can't be a fast lap. This can't be. No, it can't be. This is not a fast lap for Eddie. Okay, cool. So, where are we? Eddie is on fast lap. Only 68,000. So he needs to find 0.3 of a second to get towards Eddie and Lethal. Eddie needs to find 3 attempts to get towards Eddie. More close to 4 attempts actually. So, let's see what can the Ferrari driver produce here. Let's get on board with him. He's on the softs. Where is... I'm going to sit on board with Joey next. Joey is on the softs. I want to see what he can produce here. He's a quarter of a second up through sector 1. Wow. And let's remember, he's on softs. The first run was done on mediums. He needs to find 0.7 of a second. Doable? Yeah. Let's sit on board with Joey. What can he produce here through sector 2? He's already used his ERS utilization pretty much. He needs to save big time here, otherwise he's gonna feel scuppered in sector 3. He needs to be, I'd say, about half a second up here. Let's see, that's very smooth through the S section. 3.5 tenths up, but he's not going to have much ERS to play with shortly. That's going to go to full deployment. I stand corrected. He has been able to fully utilise his ERS deployment. He must have utilised some before on his outlap. So what can Joey do here? Eden does go second, 8,000 second behind Gags, but what can Joey do here? Bird, 126.904. Lethal Strike is on a lap. Let's sit on board with our championship leader. Say Hart is also on a... No, he is not on a lap. Boaks is not on a lap. We got JP, who is on a lap. Has improved half a second. Hijab down. Christie struggling to set a time currently. So, where are we? Lethal Strike. A 10th up on his Sector 1 time. Coming through Sector 2. Still got enough EOS. He's not even hot lapping there. He is taking a decent run here, and he's going to obliterate his EOS, I imagine. Nope, he has abandoned that lap due to yellow flag. He has abandoned that lap. Is he going to go again? He will do. So we've got Eden, who is not on a lap. We've got Joey not on a lap, who is on a lap. Simon? Nope. Neither is Slayer. I think Slayer has just started another lap. Boat. JP. How's JP? He's 6 tenths up on his fastest lap. So this is potentially putting JP into 11th ahead of Smartcar. What can the Scuderia Ferrari driver do here? Now, he is hot lapping it, but he's not overtaking here. What can JP produce here? Fine lines there with the barriers, but he does improve, but not enough to improve his position. His jab goes 15th. We've got Gags on a lap. Let's sit on board with our provisional pole holder. I don't think is Lethal on a lap. I don't think he is. No, he's not. 1.5 minutes left here at Miami. I can't believe the quality has gone so quickly. 8,000 seconds separating the top 2 drivers. I don't think Eden's going for a lap here, but could he now start to pull Gags along? Slipstream can be up to 5 seconds difference, and they're looking close. Eden does have someone in between them as well. Oh, Gags has invalidated. Gags has invalidated now. Joey is a quarter of a second up in Sector 1. Can the Haas driver take provisional pole from the Alpine? Where are we looking now? Great line there through the tight curves. 2 tenths up nearly. He needs to find only 0.03 of a second, 300. Eddie goes pole with a 126.603. That's a surprise. So Eden has taken it, but will Joey make this a Ferrari engine lockout on the front row? Right now, yes, Eddie is 10 thousandths up. Let's see where he's going to be in Sector 2. Can the Mercedes bring something here to Miami? On the east coast of the US, how are we looking? Had to correct slightly, and he's a 10th down. We've got Ben Hardy. He has invalidated. Lethal Strike is on a fast lap. Let's sit on board with our championship leader. He needs to find about 4 tenths a second, a quarter of a second to take second, which may be more achievable. Let's see where the Aston Martin driver stands at the end of Sector 2. Lovely lines there. Perfect. 3 tenths up. What can he produce? He's got 70% battery. Use it. 60% battery as he heads down now. He's smashing that overtake. 45% left as we go through the penultimate corner. Is this provisional? Is this going to be pole? Is it going to be pole? 4 attempts he needs. Second! He's 2 tenths down, and I do have to had he used his battery, would that have made a difference? So Joey is not on a lap. Ben Hardy is not on a lap. Decay is on a lap. No, he is not on a lap. Smartka coming on last. Nope, he's been. That is the end of qualifying, guys. That is the end of qualifying. And wow. Wow. That is it, guys. And so Edin takes provisional pole, or takes pole hit in the Ferrari. Lethal Strike will start second. Joey in third. Gags in fourth. Eddie in fifth. Trotman, I think that's his best qualifying this season, in sixth in the Red Bull. Ben Hardy in seventh. Decay eighth. Max ninth. Now Simon has got a 5-place grid penalty, so he's going to start in 15th. Slayer Hart will start in 10th. Smartico 11th. Boaks 13th. Smartico 11th. Slayer Hart 10th. Smartico 11th. Boaks 12th. JP 13th. Hijab will start in 16th. So Simon will start in 14th. And Christy will start in 15th. Okay. That is qualifying done, guys. And wow. 5 drivers sub 127. The gap between first, second and fifth only 1.5 tenths. This is going to be a close race. But it is Edin Bean that takes pole in the Scuderia Ferrari. We got 2 5-place grid penalties in Simon and Hijab. So Hijab will start at the back and Simon will start in 14th. Christy will start in 15th. Pushing up Boak, Smartica, Slayer, Hart, respectively. We're going to have a 5-minute break, guys, and then we'll be back for the race, the 50% race here at Miami, the capital of the East Coast, kind of. I mean, I get to know Washington's capital, but, you know, for the Formula 1 track, only East Coast track. And it's going to be a great race. Should be one stop, but with multiple drivers predicting 2 safety cars, I don't think it's going to be one stop. You know, you utilise the advantages you can do. So we will see. So there's been a question asked in my chat, how is Edin first? Well, my answer to that is you set the fastest lap in qualify, and generally that will get it for you if you don't get a penalty. So yes. Joey, I'm not going to say you didn't mess up your last sector, because you did. You had it in the bag and you didn't use all your ERS. You should have, and had you have done, you would have been starting on the front row at least. But it's going to be a great race. Qualifying does not make the race, guys. Qualifying just makes the race easier. So we've got a very long race here at Miami. I believe it's about 29 laps. About 1.5 minutes. Thanks, Ed. Sorry, I'm giggling right now. Yeah, so it's a fact. Set the fastest time in qualifying, don't get a penalty, you're going to start on pole. But predictions. Who is going to take the win today? Is Lethal Strike going to produce his 4th win in 4 races, or are we going to have a bit of an upset? Are we going to have Edin, Joey spoil the party? Gags. It was a very tight situation between Gags and Joe and Lethal Strike last week. Forgive me for not knowing your name, Lethal Strike. But yes, who's going to take it today? We will find out. Okay, I will be right back, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, Edin has asked my prediction. My prediction is that the driver who finishes with the least amount of penalties and the fastest times over the race will be first. Just kidding. If I'm honest, it's too close to call. Looking at how I think the race is going to go, I think the biggest surprise will be Slayer Heart. In terms of consistent pace, I'm going to struggle to go against anyone besides the Equal Strike. I'm not going to say why, because drivers are choosing their strategies. But I mean, 3 wins out of 3. It would be hard to root against a championship leader like that. So I think we will see. It's going to be an interesting race. I kind of had a principle about league racing that I'm not going to share before the race starts. But I do have a principle about league racing, so. So I got just getting some food in me before we get started. I'm going to turn my mic off for a second. And we go here at Miami. And Lethal Strike has moved into... Nope. Eden has held first into turn 1 now. Let's have a look at the tyres. Me, I would have started on softs. We've got Mercedes moved to the back. Smartica is down to 20th. Sorry, 16th even. Down 5 places. We've got Christie up 5 places. Hijab up 4 places. Max the Rat up 4 places as well. What tyres are they running? Max on mediums. Christie on hard and Hijab on hards as well. So a bit of a mixture in terms of tyres. Joey has got past Lethal Strike. Now Eddie and Max are battling hard here. Eddie has gone very wide. Is there going to be contact? No, there isn't. But Eddie does concede a place to Max. Now, wow. We got through that one. No instances. And it is pretty much going to be an entire DRS train. JP is down to 16th. And right now this is looking like it could be a 100% DRS train. The driver's 2-3 wide into the penultimate turn. Joey is up to first. He's got the inside line on Edin. Gets that move done. Is Max going to get the move done on Gags? No, he doesn't. He moves. There's collision there. There is a collision. I've seen some parts of the wings fly. Lethal Strike is up to first. I don't know what's happening. It's a yellow flag. We've got a virtual safety car. It's virtual safety car. It looks like JP is around. We've got JP in the pits. Just about avoiding a collision. Hijab has lost his end plate, and this is why so I said I wouldn't share advice on strategies, and it's not my position to do so. I would never start this race on hards. A full course safety car would scupper that, and now Hijab is going to feel that because he's going to have to do a 2-stop here or face the consequences of holding with a rear end plate or with a end plate that is off, and that's going to significantly reduce his downforce. So for me, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. We've got JP coming out of the pits now. Look at this battle for first. Joey, Lethal Strike is on the inside of Joey, and he gets the move done into first. Joey is wide. Joey is wide. Is this going to allow Edin or Gags through? It is not. But ERS is coming in. DRS is coming into place. It is still a DRS train all the way down to 13th Simon. But can Lethal Strike pull away now? He's got Joey on the inside. Joey's got the move done. Doesn't look up. Lethal Strike ghosting. Both of them are ghosting through themselves. And Lethal Strike does hold first there. That's a bit of a surprise to me. So, after 2 laps, Lethal Strike in first, Joey second, Ed in third, Gags hot on the tail in fourth. Eddie Dust has hit out of DRS range to Gags. He needs to catch that up or he's going to be at risk from Max the Rat. Looks like Eddie is going to have DRS here. A lot of drivers. Eddie has used the vast majority of his ERS here. Is this going to put him at risk later on? Trotman is also out of ERS range, and Ben Hardy has got past a Red Bull driver. Both of them on the hard tyres. Hijab keeps going with the end plate damage. But Slayer Hart just 8 seconds behind him. I'm pretty sure he's going to catch that lead up pretty quickly. Now we've got Joey right on the rear wheel. Did Edin get the DRS there? He did, okay. We're coming down towards the penultimate turn of lap 3 of 29. Is Joey going to look on the inside of Lethal? No, he does, but he locks up. So he's going to have ERS here. And as we come up through the last few turns, can Joey get it done into turn 1? He looks, and he gets the move done. What a move there by the Haas driver. Lethal Strike at risk here from Edin B. I think about these soft tires, they're going to way quickly. Lethal Strike is on the inside of Joey. Has he got the move done? He doesn't, but I think that's definitely going to be some track limits there for Joey. One thing I never do is look at track limits in the instances, but Lethal Strike, it's going to be a case of when. He already gets done before the section. Sorry, DRS section. Is the Haas driver now going to be at risk from the Ferrari? The Ferrari of Edin is going for it! Is he going to get the move done? He's not, but Joey does drop 2 places. Lethal Strike holding off. There's some brilliant defending from the Aston Martin. Who's going to have the line here? I think Joey's going to have the line. No contact there between the Haas and the Ferrari. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. I can't see where. It looks like the Alpine of Christie, maybe? But it is a top 7 DRS train here. Something very similar to a league I was commentating on Wednesday. Top 7 DRS. How is this going to fare going in the latter parts of the race? Guys, I hope you are enjoying the stream. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. We're coming into lap 5 of 29 here at Miami in the Late Breakers Club. And that's very wide there by Eddie. Is he going to be at risk from Max on the inside? Max is looking, but backs off. I think that was sensible. We got Gags right on the... We got Gags literally defending the life. Sorry, we got Gags right on the back of Edin. Can he utilise his faster tyres? Where are we going to be into this turn? Bit of a touch there from Edin into Joey, but nothing on toward, no damage caused. And I guess my question is, when are these hard tyres going to come into play? Those softs are going to wear, I would imagine. On the softs about a lap 12 pit. Medium's about a lap 15. Similar with the hards, because you're going to go as hard to medium. So, but I'm imagining the softs will start to wear off, especially against the harder tyres. Joey looks to the outside of Lethal. He's in no rush, and I don't blame him. Who's going to get the better line out of his turn? Is there going to be contact between the Ferrari and the Haas? There is contact, but nothing that's easier of a driver either way, so that's great. Good hard battling here at Miami, which is what we want to see. There's been touch there between Gags and Edin, and Gags has got past Edin. On the medium tyres, they're still going to have supremacy over the hards. Can Gags now get up to second? Boaks is out. Boaks has retired. Is it a pit? I think that's a pit lane retirement from Boaks. Don't know why. Shame. Maxwell has got a 3-second time penalty for... Joey's out! Joey is out! And we got a VSC. Joey is out of this race. That's a surprise. Joey battling hard, but he's now out. Such a shame for the Haas driver. It looked such a solid performance from him thus far. Joey, if you're still in the comments, let us know what happened, mate. So we're now under VSC. Driver's going to be very aware of... It's this for me. I really feel like this could be a time to pit if you're on the softs. If you're still under VSC, because you save about 4 seconds pitting under VSC. And I really feel like this could be a time for Lethal Strike to get that strike in and pit onto the hards. We will see if he does. Does he do so? He does. Lethal Strike is pitting. So Joey went to turn in, oversteer into the wall and clipped it. Joey's so sorry to hear that, mate. We've got a few drivers in the pits. Lethal, Gags and Eddie all pitting. None of them are constructor bound, so that's good. But we've got Lethal, Gags and Eddie in the pits. Hijab now up to 10th. Are these guys... DRS is now enabled, so we're now back to full course racing. No There wasn't any penalties for drive-throughs, nope, just for 1 3-second penalty. So the question now being, can Edin... I saw a very wide Alpine there. Christie has dropped several seconds. Trotman hitting the wall there. Is Christie going to get the move done? He should do. He's going to have superior line, superior acceleration, and DRS. Can the Alpine get the move done? Trotman... Christie is not attacking there. I think he's waiting for the next DRS straight. Now, Trotman has gone wide there. This is costing Christie so much time. But the top 3 all within DRS range of one another. Ben Hardy, Max and Edin. Was Max right to hold off from pitting there? I think so. I do think so. Lethal, Eddie and Gags have all pitted onto the hards, but they're going to have to make them last 22 laps. And should we get an early safety car, like pre-lap 12, this could work in favour for these hard runners and even medium runners. Let's see what happens. But right now, Trotman has pitted. I'm guessing he might have wing damage, so we're looking for battles. We're looking for battles. Got a battle here for 11th. Slayer Hart and Simon. So I've got the move done on Simon, and he's right on the back of Gags. He's got DRS. He's just at his fastest lap of the race thus far. These mediums now coming into play. Can he get the move done on the Alpine and the Williams ahead of him? Gags is up the inside of his jab. He's got a much more aggressive line there. Can he make this work into the end of Sector 1? Or he's going to wait for the DRS zone of Sector 2? We've got Lethal Strike and Eddie several seconds ahead now. I mean, we're looking at 9 seconds between Gags and Lethal Strike. Yellow flag in Sector 2, which is a Haas driver of Decay. Decay struggling here on those hard tyres. Gags has got past his jab, but Slayer Hart also looking to get the move done, not able to do so in that turn. We've got a decent battle here for 4th between Christie and Smartka. Is Smartka going to get the move done? He's not utilising his ERS too much. Is he going to cut the inside here? No, he's not. He's going to stick behind. Ben Hardy setting the fast at 1:32.97 in the Aston Martin. Currently sitting in third, just 7/10 of a second. Sorry, now 1.1 seconds behind Edin. This is close to battle, but we've also got this battle for second is hotting up between Max and Ben. Christie 8.5 seconds down on this battle on those hard tyres, and Smartka really on his wheel. Lethal Strike also catching up. Lethal Strike has set a gap. Oh, we got Ben around the outside of Max. This is an aggressive move. Is he going to get it done? I don't think so. Wow, from the Aston Martin driver. Can he hold it together? Yes, he can. Keeps hitting within track limits and gets that move done. 4 seconds now. He's going to have... Is he going to have DRS, sorry, for the Sector 3? He will maybe do so, but he's got a compromised line there. I don't think he's going to... He's not... Max will, and Max is going to retake that place because this is now an on-track battle. It's 3 seconds. Lethal Strike picking up his 3-second penalty. This is going to really hinder the Aston Martin driver again. Both drivers picking it up around the same point. We've got a very slow moving Red Bull there. I'm going to presume that to be Trotman. Yep, sorry, Simon. That was Simon. Red Bull's currently running 11th, 12th, and Max. Well, Edin has now got a DRS lead over these two. They're going to be battling hard. Smarty has got past Christie. And Eddie is catching up to Lethal Strike. Now, I'm wondering, has Lethal Strike got wing damage? I don't want to say I hope so. No, he does not. That's good. That's good. Now, Gags, 8 seconds behind Lethal Strike. Eddie... 3 seconds behind Lethal Strike, but 3.1 seconds behind Lethal Strike, but Lethal Strike does have a 3-second penalty. Now Simon is pitting off the hards. I'm curious to see what he pits onto, because the mediums are not going 19 laps in my eyes. They're not. The tyre weight is too heavy. He may have to go medium. But he's going to come out a long way behind and going to have to pray for a safety car. We've not had one yet. 10 laps in, no safety car yet. We've got Max and Ben still battling hard for second. Christie is going to have DRS, is he? Yes, he is. But Max on the inside of Ben, but sells him a dummy. Ben runs wide to compensate for it. Who's going to have to battle line? Max a little bit stalling there. I can feel he's running no traction just because of how he accelerated out of that corner. Is he getting the inside line here into turn 1? He has got it, but he does not get the move done. There's a bit of a clip there with Ben, but nothing on toward. Have we got any other battles? It's pretty much separated here. Now, Lethal Strike is closing on Christie. He's only 2.7 seconds behind Christie. I want to see how quickly he can close on the Alpine. 6 lap pressure hard, but he is the fastest driver in the league at the moment. He has won all 3 races thus far. What is the gap to the leader? Lethal Strike is about 14 seconds behind Edin. Edin will need to pit again, but he'll be pitting on 2 mediums, I presume. And Lethal Strike does have a 3-second penalty. Now we've got Max and Ben battling hard. Ben again looking up the inside, sells a dummy. Sorry, Max looking up the inside, sells a dummy. Ben getting a little bit out of shape there through the twisty turns of sector 2, and Max having to lay off there now. Smart Car. Christie is still keeping with Smart Car. I'm really impressed by that. Smart Car being one of our best drivers. And Trotman and Slayer Hart are battling hard here. Let's sit on board with these two. These two are battling hard here. Let's watch this from an aerial view. There is contact. Slayer Hart going into the back. And he's lost an M-wing. This is going to be the time to pit for Slayer Hart. Has he already pitted? Slayer has already pitted. He's going to have to pit again onto Hart. He's going to have to. There is no other choice here. He's lost his M-wing. Going a bit aggressive there. Trotman on fresher mediums. Was that the right move to make? I don't think so. Now Christie. Smartco has got Christie. No, Smartco did get Christie, but Christie is holding on here. Lethal Strike 1.2 seconds a lap faster here than Christie, and he's catching up. He will soon be in DRS range of the Mercedes in the Alpine. Eddie 3.8 seconds behind Lethal. Gag 4.3 seconds behind Eddie. And Max the Rat has got the move done into the end of the DRS straight on Ben. But Lethal Strike is going to be within striking range of Christie. My question being how quick... Oh, beautiful line there from our championship leader. That's a line I take, but with traction. So, what can Lethal Strike produce here? He's only 38 thousandths down on his fastest lap. He isn't utilising his ERS, and that's understandable. He doesn't need to. These drivers are going to be pitting shortly. But does he lock up? He does. He keeps it out of the barrier, which is good, because if he did, downforce being so heavy here, he would need to pit again for mediums. He certifies out with 130.286. Now, the question being, Ben, Max, on-track battle. Eddie now 4 seconds ahead of his battle. The Ferrari driver really pulling out the stops here. And when he pits, I mean, it sucks because the longer it goes on, the more time he's in. But right now, he's going to come out in 7th, in my eyes. I don't think a pit stop in Miami is 21 seconds. So he's going to come out in 7th on the mediums. And we've got Ben around the outside of Max. Move is done and completed. But Eddie now 4.5 seconds ahead of his battle. Lethal Strike gets past Christie at the end of sector 2, and he's going to be right on the back of Smart Car. I think a case of when, not if. I'm wondering if that was track limits. I don't check them. It's inside knowledge, but he's only 2 tenths down in fast lap, and he's going to get his pace done quite easy. He's holding back. With 50% battery, he's holding back. He's now looking up the inside. He will get the move done into the penultimate turn of his corner. Looks up a little bit, but nothing to worry about. So there was a bit of a collision there, but nothing causing damage. And is Leapfrog going to set another fast lap? No, he does not. He's a 10th down on that, but no worries about that. So, Max is in the pits. Max is pitting. He's going for the undercut on Ben, and I do not blame him in the slightest. Looking at tyres now. So Ben on the hards, Max has gone onto the hards, so Max was on mediums, my apologies. Edin 4.3 seconds ahead of Max. It's a Aston Martin 2.3 right now. When are the hard drivers going to pit? I'm thinking a lap 15-16, because we had 2 laps of VSC, but in lap 16-15 is going to be primo. Have we got any decent battle? We've got a decent battle here for third. Lethal Strike ahead of Smartico and Christie, but both within DRS range. Smartico is going to be pitting onto the hards. Christie will be pitting onto the mediums. I imagine it's going to be similar times, so Christie picks up a 3-second penalty for the track limits. It's so easy to do track limits around that part of the circuit. Decay picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits, currently sitting in 13th place. We've got Simon 24 seconds behind. Sarah Hart picking up a 3-second time penalty, starting to run in here, and we will look at penalties later. We've got I want to say Smartico's in the pits. I think that's a good call. Eddie now up. Is Eddie going to be able to make these hard tyres last the lap race? He's currently 3.5 seconds ahead of Gags. Gags, has scored several podiums here in the Late Breakers Cup. I'm wondering, can he hold off Gags? Eddie is performing out of his skin compared to other performances, maybe being one of his favourite tracks, but he's doing well here and catching up to Christie. I think that's the key here. Can he catch up and gain some DRS on Christie in the Alpine? Edin is pulling further and further away from Ben Hardy. I'd be stunned if Edin doesn't claim a podium here. He's currently pitting right now. I think he's going to come out in 5th or 6th. It's going to be close. Gags is on fresher hards and closing. We'll check times, but I do feel like this could be the opportunity for Edin to pit. Will he do so? Let's say. Go in another lap. So Edin is going to record a 1:31.3. What about Gags? What is Gags going to record here? 1:31.3 was Edin. I want to see what Gags is performing here, because I think it's going to be faster. How much faster? 1:31.3 was the time. He's only about 4 tenths up. So Edin is, I think, pulling out of his socks here. He's got the pace. Can he bring home a podium? I really do believe it. Right now, it's looking like, well, I mean, penalty-wise, Lethal Strike is going to have to defend from a penalty. And that means pushing harder, making sure that he doesn't get drivers through in that 3 seconds. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3, which is the fine. That's going to be JP. JP is out. Is this? No, it is not a safety car. I did not want to commentate or jinx it, but it is not a safety car. Fantastic, but JP is unfortunately out of this race. So we are down to 13 drivers here. 16 started, 13 remain. And we have got 13 laps remaining. So let's see how this goes for the remainder. We are now on board already. When is he going to pit? That is my question. Why was that? I'm confused because I'm seeing a Ferrari in the pits right now, which is JP. There's no way JP would have done a pit lane retirement, surely. I'm guessing he has done. I don't know. What's that? So, where are we? We've got Christy pitting. Christy is pitting off those hards into the mediums. Excuse me a second, guys. Just pour myself another drink here. Okay. Cool, yeah. Okay, interval. So we've got Christy and Trot. Nope, we haven't got that. But, oh. Got a battle for fourth here, heating up. Eddie and Gags. Gags is closing on Eddie. There was a few seconds separating them, and now Gags is just within the RS range, so he's going to close up on the Mercedes. Neither driver has penalties thus far. But this is the battle for fourth place. About 8.5 seconds behind Lethal Strike. Ben and Eden still to pit. I think I'm wondering, is Eden going to pit? He's going. I think he's going soft, hard, soft. It's looking like Eden is thinking about going hard to soft, and the fact that we've not had a safety car has played that out. Everyone was predicting a safety car here at Miami, which made me predict a safety car at Miami, but thus far we have not had a safety car. Eddie's in the pits. He's coming off those hards. I think what is he going on to? That's going to be interesting. He's going on to the medium, so not quite right time for the softs. He's got wing damage, that's why he's pitting. So Gags is up to fourth, 7.5 seconds behind Ben Hardy. Lethal Strike up to second. But thus far, we've still got 3 drivers that have not pitted: Hijab, Ben, and Edem. So, lap 18. Excuse me, guys, got the hiccups. When our drivers going to start to pit, and what are they going to put onto? I do feel like the softs are going to last 11 laps, which is what we've got left because we have to complete lap 29. But if they're pitting onto the softs, I'd say wait 3 laps. But it's going to decimate the lead between Eden and Lethal. I really feel like it's time to put onto mediums. Let's see what he does. Eden into the pits. 48 mile an hour, just right. What does Eden put onto? Mediums or what is that? Mediums. Yep. So Lethal Strike does take the lead. Ben is in the pits as well. What is Ben pitting onto? Mediums. Okay, so let's see where this race leads. We've got a decent battle for 11th here between Hijab and Decay. Decay in 11th. He's got 7/10 over the Williams driver. So Hijab will have ERS, and Decay does have penalties. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. 3 seconds. Tyre. Decay is on 13 lap old hards compared to Hijab 7. So Hijab still needs to pit, I believe. No, he doesn't. He's done 17 laps, so he's already pitted. He pitted on lap 1. He is now pitting. Okay, that's fine. Hijab does still need to pit. Okay, that's fine. Now we've got a decent battle here for second. Eden and Gags. Now this is for position because both have pitted. Gags has leapfrogged Eden into second, but Eden will be is on the fresh mediums. He's going to get this move done. He has to. He's got the faster tyre, nowhere. He must, yep. Gags sitting behind him, getting the slipstream as much as he can. Now, Eden is 6 seconds over 9 laps. Is it possible? We will find out. 9 laps left here at Miami. Guys, I'm going to take a very quick break and I will be right back. Hey guys, I am back. So where are we at? 8 seconds gap between Lethal and Eden. Battles. Have we got any decent battles on track? Not really, no DRS battles, so Smart could close in on Ben Hard. Let's have a look at the tyre situation to determine what could be battles. So Ben or lap up mediums, he should pull away. He's about 5 seconds behind Max. Penalties, Max and Ben. Eden setting the fast lap there, 1:29.230. What is Ben setting on those fresh mediums? Out of curiosity, 1:27, 1:29.23. So he's about 3 tenths down on Eden. Decent pace. We've got Eddie closing up on Christie. Christie does have a 3-second time penalty. Trotman in 7th, 3 seconds ahead of Christie. And Trotman on 13 lap old mediums now. Are they going to go all the way? Let's see. But Eddie on 3 lap old mediums, I don't see him struggling to catch him up. 3.5 seconds over 8 laps on 10 lap fresher mediums. I don't think will be hard. Now Eddie is within DRS range of Christie. They're both on from fresh mediums, 3 and 4 laps respectively, and it's only 2.6 seconds now to Trotman. But Eddie, one of our more superior drivers here in the Late Breakers Club, can he get this move done on the time penalised Christie, making their debut here in the Late Breakers Club and putting on a solid performance for Alpine in replace of Slipstream. Gags up in 3rd right now, and I don't think he's going to be challenged. I think Gags will be on the podium. I don't see Ben catching up 11 seconds in that time, but Eddie smashes past the Alpine driver like he wasn't even there. Wow. Now Eddie's got 1.9 seconds to Trotman, but he's going to be defending, so better idea to work with Christie to get the gap down to Trotman. I mean, Christie isn't challenging him on track, so in the sense of having that penalty. So is it an idea? I wouldn't defend too hard knowing that the driver behind me has the penalty and I can utilise the ERS from that. But we're down to we're down to a second. Eddie is going to have DRS on Trotman for 7th. And he's closing up on him like he's not even there. Wow! He's gained a second down the straight. More than. He's 4 times ahead of him already, and Christie right on the back. Trotman is going to have some defending to do here to hold 8th. He will get 9th. As long as he keeps it on track, he will get 9th. But Eden is just 4.4 seconds behind Lethal Strike. We've got a yellow flag sector 2, and that's an Alpine. That is an Alpine. Is that Christie? That is Christie. Is this going to be a safety car? No, it's not, but Christie will have to pit. He does not have a front wing. So Trotman's got 8th, in my eyes. Christie is going to have to pit onto the softs. We've got Ben Hardy closing up on Max. Now these guys were battling hard for 2nd earlier, and they're now battling for 4th, but it is on track because they both have the same penalties. Yep, 3 seconds. All of our drivers have 3-second penalties. So Lethal Strike, Max, Ben, Christie, Slayer, Hart and Decay all have 3 seconds. None of them right now are in areas where they could get affected by their 3-second penalty, but Christie is going to have to pit. So he's going to drop big time to Decay. So we'll see how that goes, but he will be on softs, I imagine. We've got Ben right on the back of Max, who's going to go into the lead. Max pushing as far wide as he could do, and he's held it thus far. I don't think he's going to hold it for the next DRS straight. Both drivers medium on ERS, sorry. Edin is slowly closing that gap. He doesn't need to overly worry about pushing it. He's got 6 laps to close 7 tenths. Now, Ben is looking up the inside of Max for 4th. Both drivers are going to have to wear Smarter Car, and Smarter Car only 2.5 seconds behind Max. And the tyre situation is that Smarter Car is on 8 lap mediums, 8 lap hards, Max is on 10 lap hards, and Ben is on 5 lap mediums. Now, Max is going to have to be very... Oh! Simon has got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is going to kick the butt of the Red Bull driver. So my question to Smarter Car, one of the more faster drivers in the league, can he close this gap to Ben, who's on fresher mediums? I don't think he can. He's 3.2 behind right now. He needs to get in that DRS range of Max sooner rather than later to close that gap. But Edin, 3.1 seconds behind Lethal Strike, and he's got him in distance. He's got him in sight. Is this going to be Edin's win here at Miami? Everything is looking right for him. I don't understand why he's utilising so much of his EOS. He's got another 5 laps of racing, but I am not a race winner in this league, that is for sure, so I am here to commentate. So yes, so Edin right on the back of Lethal Strike, and it could be his penalty that denies him a 4th race win in a row. Five laps to go here. Who said him? 2.1 seconds behind Lethal Strike and closing. I feel like this is his race to lose. Now we've got Smarter Car right on the back of Max. Max has dropped 3 seconds behind Ben Hardy, and Ben Hardy right now looking... I'm very surprised Truckman went onto the mediums at this point in the race. With 5 laps to go, I would have gone onto the softs, or 6 laps, sorry. I'd have gone onto the softs, you know. Now Smarter Car around the outside, there's contact! And it looks like Ben now's diving up the inside because he is the one with the damage there. I don't think Smarter Car has it. I think that's Max with the damage to defend in too hard. Yes, he did, because Smarter Car has got all of his cars down, and Max is missing the end plate. Now, is Max going to pit? He's got 25 seconds to Trotman in 8th. I feel like if he pits onto the softs, he could get fastest lap and still get 6th. But he needs to make that move now, if he does. We're looking at lap 26 for the leaders. So it's lap 25 for the rest of the drivers now. Does Max pit? He doesn't. He's going to stick it out. But he's only got 4-second gap to Eddie. I'm not sure. I think it would have been worth going for the fastest lap. Because Max has got the pace, but he's stuck it out. So we'll see what he loses to Eddie in the next lap. Currently 7-second gap. 7 seconds. But Eddie now within DRS range of Lethal Strike. He's going to get this done and then some. He's going to win it on track. But he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. For me, why risk it? Stick behind the driver. Wait for them to make a mistake. Like Lethal Strike just did. Running wide out of the DRS straight turn. But I feel like right now this is Edin's race to lose. He's only a second behind the leader who's got a 3-second penalty. He doesn't need to push it here. He can just sit now. He's got 3 laps and a bit left. Lethal Strike has moved aside. He wants to battle. I feel like he wants to battle it. But he did move aside. Edin did not take the bait. I've seen that recently. A lot of drivers move aside so they can get the DRS range on the driver, but the driver behind may not want to give it to them, so just sit there, you know, why risk it? guys, just put my glass up with some more ice. Baby, if you're hearing noises. But this is definitely the battle. Now we've got Smartico on the back. Only 2.3 seconds behind Ben Hardy. He's closing. Smartico is closing on Ben Hardy. So that, to me, is making me think that the hards are wearing in now. And he's only 2.3 behind Ben Hardy. So could this be 4th place for the Mercedes driver? 5 constructors in the top 6. 6 constructors in the top 8. Fantastic. That's what we want to be seeing. But Smartico, he just needs to hold it here, as does Edin. But he's not going to want to. I don't think any driver would want to. And Edin's got a better line out of sector 2. Can he now make this work? He's utilising overtake. He's going to go for it. Down the inside. Lethal Strike pushing him right to the inside. But Edin gets the move done before the turn. Lethal Strike coming back at him. He loves lock up. Edin gets the lead. He gets the lead done. He doesn't need to battle this hard. But he's gonna. This is what we talk about pure racing. Edin's gone from 100% battery to 14% in one sector. That is how much we can utilise. Now Edin doesn't need to battle too hard. He's got 3 seconds over our championship leader. Let's see. We've got Smartico just a second behind Ben Hardy now. And now let's look at. We've got 2 laps left here. 3-second penalties all around, besides Simon, who's suffering a 10-second penalty, but he will finish in 13th. We're not going to have a safety car this late, so let's keep that up. Smartico 1 second behind Ben. Sorry, that was a flip. We got Lethal Strike has got past Edin, but Edin doesn't need to worry. He's got 3 seconds on the Aston Martin driver. As long as he doesn't mess it up in this last lap and a half, Edin will take the win here at Miami in the Scuderia Ferrari. Lethal moving to the inside to defend. He's harvesting, as is Edin. He knows he doesn't have to push here. I think Lethal Strike is trying to force a mistake out of Edin, because he knows he's got to gain 2.5 seconds in 1 lap. Smartico does get past Ben Hardy into that DRS straight. We've got Eddie closing on Max now. Eddie is only 1.9 seconds behind Max with a 3-second penalty. So can Eddie claim 6th here for the Mercedes team? 4th and 6th will be a very respectful showing for the Mercedes. We will tune in back on the top 2 for the final sector, but right now this is where my focus is going to be at. 1.6 seconds, 1.5 for Eddie behind Max. Max needs to find 1.5 seconds in his final lap. I think he's got it in him. I think Eddie is going to claim 6th here. I think if Eddie had pitted earlier, that 6th could have been 5th. Edin and Max, but Edin and Lethal Strike battling hard. Gagsy's closing in on them, both of them, but nowhere near enough. So all Edin now needs to do is keep this clean. Keep it clean through the last sector, which he's going to do. He's got 71% battery. He does not need to battle. He doesn't need to take the check flag. I don't think he even wants to. Why would you? Now, yeah, Eddie Dust definitely has him. Lethal Strike has run very wide. Has he put it in the wall? Yes, he has. But he's not retired. Was that very ambitious there from the Aston Martin driver? It was, but Edin is going to take the checkered flag and wins it for Scuderia Ferrari. Lethal Strike will take 2nd. Gags will cross the line in 3rd. Smartico will take 4th. Ben Hardy in 5th. Max will cross the line in 6th, but drop to 7th because Eddie is right on his rear wheel. And with 6 seconds of penalties, Trotman is going to take 8th. I think his best finish here in the Late Breakers Club this season. So well done, Trotman. was set on board with the Red Bull driver for his last sector, half a minute behind Max. Hijab has been overlapped, as has Simon. So we're now looking at Trapman 8th, Slayerheart 9th, Decay 10th, and Christie will be the last of our finishers in 11th. So, everyone who predicted safety car, guess what? You were wrong. There was not a safety car besides the virtual, but I don't count that as a safety car. So I have to go get the EA Codemasters Driver of the Day award. But Lethal Strike's reign has come to an end, and Edin B in the Scuderia Ferrari takes his first win of the season in the Late Breakers Club. Lethal Strike will increase his championship lead as the championship leader, coming second to a reserve driver first race of the season. He will increase his championship lead, but we are seeing a new team principal on the constructors side. It is not Aston Martin, it is Ferrari, and congratulations to Edin B. He was eyeing a podium, he had the pace, he had the setup, and predicted cleverly. I never would have thought hard medium would be the strategy to go, but it was. So, well done to Edin, well done to Lethal Strike, and well done to Gags, our podium finishers. I don't think I'm going to get a screenshot of the race results, but well done to all of the drivers who finished today and raced. This is Pete W. signing out for tonight, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the comms, and please give me a like, subscribe, and thumbs up. I may be back next week. I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking at job opportunities, so I may need to work next Friday. But what a great race it has been here at Miami, and thank you so much, guys, for a good evening. I hope you all have a great weekend, and we will see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.